I've got a crazy story out of, I believe this is South Africa. I don't know if you've seen this going around, where a wedding photographer has been asked for a refund. Thing is, the wedding took place 4 years ago.
And so the bride and groom are asking for their money back?
The bride is. The bride is asking for a refund for the photographs that were taken at her wedding in 2019, now in 2023. Reason being, can you guess?
Are they not together again?
Yeah, they're divorced.
Aw, you don't get to get your money back?
That's wild.
That's not how photography works.
Yeah, the wedding photographer even says, I can't untake the pictures.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to, why would I give you a refund?
Well, I'm looking at the screenshots from the photographer and the ex-bride going back and forth, and it seems like she's confusing that she thinks she's paying for the pictures, like the physical pictures, to have them, when really you were paying for the photographer to take those photos.
For the photographer's time.
And edit those photos, which has already been done, and you don't get a refund on that.
The bride says, I'm entitled to demand a refund as I'm no longer in need of your pictures. I understand it's not your fault, so then why should they have to get the refund? But you are a business and such, so you must be able to grant refunds.
So she thinks that the paper is what costs money.
Yes, like she doesn't need the photos anymore.
Oh, okay.
So therefore she should have the money back.
So she's an idiot.
Yes, pretty much.
She's starting to bring lawyers into the matter.
I'd love to hear that.
Oh, no, they said that a lawyer contacted her.
Wow.
And the lawyer laughed and said no, that don't worry, nothing's going to come of it.
See, what I'm shocked.
Lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked that like her and her ex-husband didn't work out, because it seems like she's got a sane head on her shoulders.
That's right.
And it seems like she has a lot of good decision-making abilities that I think would be great in a couple.
Well, she's single.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
Just a heads up in case you come across her, just be aware. At first, when I was reading through the text in the beginning, it doesn't start off too bad. I thought, well, maybe she's divorced and she's panicking, and sometimes you got to start over again. So whatever money you can try to get, you're trying to get. And I thought, well, let's have some sympathy. And then as you read the text messages, that sympathy goes away.
She's a former bridezilla, is what it is, for
She's
sure.
now a divorcezilla. So
sometimes they can be even worse.
I don't like that. That's the wrong approach to trying to do that.
And like of all things for her to like go at too. Like she's like, well, what should I do today? You know what? Now that I'm divorced, I'm going to call that photographer. Like, of all the things for her to be thinking about in that day, that's what she came up with? That's wild.
You think she went through, like, all of her
photos,
everything from the wedding, and like, all right, I got to call and get a refund on the flowers, call and get a refund on the food, of course, obviously. Oh, yeah, and the photographer, too.
She was flipping through this photo. She's like, I don't even want these anymore. You know what? I should return them. Get my money back.
I like how towards the end she's like, fine, we need to meet. Let's talk about it. And then her reasoning was, well, let's talk about maybe a 70% refund.
70%? Goodness.
Seems reasonable, I think, in my mind.
Well, the photographer handled it beautifully.
Yeah.
Didn't really engage, which is good, but you don't get to ask for a refund on that.
But if she did go down and all of her wedding expenses tried to get a refund, some of those companies had to be dumb enough to do it, right?
No, not at all.
I think so.
No,
I think
not
some
4
of them are
years
just
later.
like not worth the trouble. Not worth the negative Yelp review.
I bet you a lot of the companies aren't still around.
True.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.